For my AI lab project, I chose the business scenario called Inbox Summary. The task sounds simple. Read 5 unread emails and give me a quick summary so I can triage my morning. But that wording contains an important business need. A useful morning summary should not merely repeat what is in the inbox. It should help a person decide what to address first. This made the task a good fit for AI because an agent can quickly read several messages, extract the main requests, and organize them. However, it still needs human judgment to define what useful means. I first watched the agent run with no added guidance. It could access 5 unread emails involving a customer renewal, design mockups, a budget draft, benefits enrollment, and a newsletter. The agent accurately identified the topics. That was the good part. The problem was that it treated the inbox as a reading comprehension exercise. It listed the messages in roughly the order it encountered them instead of prioritizing them by urgency and due date. For morning triage, that is risky, because a same-day customer deadline can disappear inside an otherwise accurate summary. The trajectory view made the failure visible. The agent opened the 5 messages and extracted each sender and topic, but it skipped an urgency check. It then produced one digest and ended with the statement, "Nothing urgent." That conclusion was incorrect because the Acme renewal required confirmation that day, and the design mockups needed feedback by Friday. My judgment was that the answer was factually concise, but operationally weak. It did not distinguish what needed action now, what was due later, and what could wait. I converted that judgment into 3 new rubric criteria. First, summarize urgent or same-day emails first. Second, list the email summaries in the order of their due dates. Third, if there are more than 7 emails, do not summarize every message with an individual sentence. These additions were combined with the starter checks, flag urgent replies, avoid inventing details, and make the next action clear. The must and 2-point weighting made prioritization more important than cosmetic details. These rules capture my own view that an inbox summary should reduce decision time, not just reduce word count. Applying the 6 criteria showed that the original response passed only 2 checks. It accurately summarized the messages and appropriately handled the fact that there were only 5 emails. But it failed 4 checks. It did not flag urgent or same-day replies, did not put urgent work first, did not order items by response date, and did not make the next action sufficiently clear. This evaluation was valuable because it turned a vague reaction, "I do not like this summary," into repeatable, pass or fail evidence that another reviewer could understand. I reran the agent with the rubric attached. The new response opened with a clear priority statement. 1 email needed a reply today, 1 was due Friday, and 3 could wait. It placed the Acme renewal first and stated the consequence of missing the deadline. It then placed the design review second and grouped the budget, benefits notice, and newsletter under can wait. My additions definitely improved prioritization. 3 previously failed criteria changed to pass, showing that the rubric actually steered the behavior instead of merely scoring it afterward. The measurable result was a score increase from 38 out of 100 to 92 out of 100. Run 1 passed 2 of 6 checks, while the rubric guided run passed 5 of 6. That is a 54-point improvement, and 3 failed checks moved to pass. This score delta supports the intended impact. A user can identify the customer deadline immediately and spend less time reopening every email to determine priority. The AI provided scale and speed, while my rubric supplied the expert judgment that made its output useful. My conclusion is positive, but not uncritical. The added rubric rules clearly improved the substance and prioritization of the answer. However, I was unhappy with the second run's formatting, and I preferred the original output's cleaner, more compact format. My next refinement would preserve the urgency first order while asking for a concise, consistent layout, perhaps 1 line per message with a deadline label and action. The broader lesson is that a high-quality AI workflow is iterative. Human judgment defines success. The rubric makes that judgment measurable, and the next run reveals what to refine. This project earned a 92-point result and demonstrated a practical way to turn an inbox summary into a decision tool.